What's up, Blockheads? So as you guys know, Harley-Davidson recently announced motorcycles that they're going to be coming out with from 2019 through 2022. Crazy new lineup of motorcycles they announced. We've got the Pan America, the Streetfighter, which is basically a naked sport bike. We've got the Livewire and EV line. And then the one that we're going to be focusing on today is the Custom 1250. So let's look at some video and pictures that Harley's given us and go over this thing. Also, before we get too far into it, if you guys enjoy motorcycle content like moto vlogs, gear reviews, test rides, and more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon as well so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. So yeah, recently Harley-Davidson announced a bunch of new motorcycles going in directions that they haven't really gone previously, especially with, say, like the Pan America or the Streetfighter, and then coming out with a electronic vehicle line from the Livewire to a couple different styles of bikes. And then they also announced a Custom 1250, which is one of the bikes that is kind of the most traditional looking. Like, you look at it and you can tell, like, it's a cruiser, it's a Harley, so it's the most traditional looking out of the bikes that they announced, especially as compared to like a naked sport bike or an ADV style Pan America bike. If we go to Harley-Davidson's website for the future custom model, the landing page for it says plan for 2021, says future custom model, the all-new custom motorcycle with a muscular stance, aggressive stripped-down styling, and 1250 cc's of pure performance. Subtext says prototype model shown, production model features will vary, not yet available for sale, future model shown, may not be available in all markets. And that is it. That is all the information that they give us on the site. So we've basically got this photo, and then we have two other photos that I was able to find online showing the same side of it, but kind of showing it at more of a, a frontward angle and then a little bit more of a rearward angle, which we're able to pick up some stuff on. So the new Harley-Davidson Custom 1250 is based in what they're calling their middleweight modular platform. They're set to come out between 2020 and 2022. Since it is a modular platform, they're saying the bikes are going to range from 500cc to 1250cc, and I think they said up to 4 displacement classes. And then they're going to have the Streetfighter as well, which is going to be like a 975cc. They're going to have the Pan America, which is supposed to be a 1250cc. And then they're actually producing some smaller cc bikes, 250 to 500cc, but those are going to be like for India, and timelines on that aren't really set in stone or known at the moment. So one thing confirmed that we do know is that the engines are going to be brand new. So it's not a Revolution engine. It is going to be liquid cooled, which I'll go over further in this video. They're setting them up on a modular platform. So from what we've read previously, it sounds like you're going to be able to kind of swap out, I don't know, maybe the heads for the engines to upgrade to like a bigger bore kit or something. They're talking about having modular style swing arms, modular style front ends. So you'll be able to kind of mix and match and create, like, some, from the sounds of it, some cool custom bikes. So if we look at a couple pictures here of the Custom 1250, like I said, it definitely looks like a cruiser. Of the bikes that they've announced, it definitely looks the most like a Harley-Davidson. So it kind of reminds me of a few different bikes kind of in one. The big front and rear tire remind me a lot of the 48 or the, the Fat Bob. The front headlight reminds me a lot of the new Fat Bob as well. With the LED style strip like that. The exhaust on the right side, kind of upswept, also looks a lot like the new Fat Bob. However, the exhaust is much higher, and as you guys can see here, it does have a kind of like a heat shield or a heat guard coming off of the seat. It's interesting on this one, it does have kind of a belly pan, the piece underneath, and it's really low to the ground. It's got forward controls, it's got low bars, so your rider triangle will be very just acute. It's talking about the platform, the powerhouse of the bike, which is the new engine as confirmed by the Harley-Davidson interns. I had a video where I did a kind of a Q&A with them, and they did confirm that it's going to be a brand new engine.
Is a 1250cc an offshoot of the V-Rod engine? I can tell you this, it's a brand new platform.
Brand spanking.
It's not like old V-Rod engine or anything like that they just revamped. They're saying it's a brand new platform. Not sure what they're going to be calling it, but definitely looking forward to seeing this bike. Should be cool. When I originally saw the footage of the FXDR that they showed in the video, which I did a video on also, I thought that was this bike, but when you look at the back, not this bike. So the FXDR is kind of a secret bike that they didn't really say anything about this go around, but yeah, they did bring attention to the Custom 1250. So we're taking a look at the bike here. Like I said, it's got the big front and rear tires. I like how it has the kind of bronze accents on the engine as well as the cover down below. It is going to be liquid cooled, as you can see by the big radiator in the front and the huge coolant lines coming out of that radiator. It has the LED lighting in the front, and on the back it looks to have possibly some LED lighting as well, which is kind of built into this license plate, rear tire hugger thing. The more I look at this thing, the more I see Fat Bob, but just kind of like more like low to the ground and compacted, especially with the exhaust. The routing of the exhaust is different, obviously, than the Fat Bob, but it does have the dual canisters coming up like that. Now, those things are really close to the seat, so I would imagine your leg is going to be nice and toasty riding this one. And speaking of the seat, it looks very like cafe style, so, those short seats, comes back, has that kind of half like dome shape in the back, very thin seats. So usually cafe style seats, they're not so comfortable. They are stylish, but in terms of comfort, definitely sacrificing, but it does look cool, that's for sure. Zooming in on the seat, it does look like it has like some gel padding to it possibly, but man, that is a thin seat. Hopefully the built-in heat shield there should, deter some of that heat. I guess we'll only see whenever we ride it. Wouldn't be surprised if in the production model this comes out differently, because I would imagine quite a number of people would end up burning the bottom of their legs or something on this. If we look at the bars, very low. They do look like they kind of upsweep, so they're not quite drags. You've got the mirrors mounted underneath, which means you have enough clearance turning left and right for the mirrors to clear, which would indicate that it probably has a skinnier tank, nothing wider like current Dynas or the Fat Bob. Continuing and looking at the bars, there isn't a instrument cluster. There's no gauges or anything up top that we can see, which would lead me to believe that they're using the integrated top bar clamp with the LCD like they have currently on the 2018 breakouts or the touring models. I've got mixed thoughts about that. I'm not the biggest fan. I like having an analog tack, but I'm sure that's something you could customize out if you wanted to. But yeah, just looking at it here, it definitely cleans up the top of the bike, cleans up the bars a lot, having it integrated into that top clamp. But I don't know, maybe I'm old school and I just prefer that analog, especially with the RPMs. If we scrub through the footage, Harley-Davidson shows us the Custom 1250 after they show us the Streetfighter model, transitions over, it shows a guy carving a one of the new bikes, doing a mold of it, carving out that clay, with another fairing style bike here in the front, and then it goes to shows the XR750 in the background. He's carving the tank of whatever this new one is, and then it shows us a picture of the Custom 1250, which is, the picture that's pretty much been posted up everywhere. So unfortunately, even if we were to go through and look at this video, very slowly, slow it down frame by frame, we don't get a lot of information, because even the bike that this guy is carving doesn't look anything like it. As this one's a 1250, I'm hoping it's 6 gears. We'll see. And since it's a cruiser style, I would expect it to be belt driven, much as most Harley-Davidsons are. They did switch over to chain drive for the Pan America, but that's an ADV bike, so smart move there. Looking at the radiator, I love how they're not even trying to hide it or anything. It's just a big old radiator. Maybe they're aiming at performance with this thing, which that'd be good. It has a single disc brake in the front, so no dual discs. And then on the back, obviously, single disc brake as well. I like the way they designed the rear brake, the caliper, into it, as it looks like it's kind of coming off of the swing arm. That's cool. I like the wheels, thin spokes, black. The underbelly pan, I like that as well. It's interesting how they decided to put that on there. I wonder if it's protecting anything, under there besides the cases. And then I like how they decided to have the license plate integrated with the hugger on the back of this one. Usually that piece would come off of the swing arm. It has the signals integrated into that license plate frame on the left and right, and then up top it looks like it has a stoplight strip as well, which that's cool. Like the design of it. And then suspension obviously on this would be internal, so monoshock, as we can't see any suspension on the outside of it, which once again looks good. Overall, I think it's a cool bike. I've had a lot of requests for this video, so I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are thinking it's a cool bike as well. I like the look of it. I don't know that it'd be so comfortable to ride just because of the rider triangle. You know, it seems like you'd be pretty stretched out, and that seat and kind of how high up the exhaust comes, but you never know until you actually swing a leg over it and try riding it. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun to ride though, and it's a great looking bike. Absolutely love the style of it. Big tires, muscular, low stance, aggressive looking. I like it a lot. If you guys see anything in the pictures, you know, zooming in or anything that I missed, be sure to post it up in the comments down below. Also, you guys be sure to drop your thoughts on this bike down in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'd be really interested to see what people are thinking of this bike. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Hit that bell icon also, so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. And until next time, you guys ride safe out there, stay vigilant. I'll catch y'all later.